let's jump into the sequence tunnel shot 1, and we need to add track, subsequence track, and we will add our tunnel subsequence drive, right? And if we play, it just goes. So first, I would just like to use the first car and use our cinema camera actor, attach that one to our usual one 911. Doesn't matter what we are using right now at this point, it doesn't matter. And we will use the property and change our connection to camera mount, because it will not use the vibrations of the body. You can connect it to the body too, but we don't need that. We will use that only for our vibration, our vibration there. And I think when it starts driving, what we can do also, because I don't want this car to be seen in the first frames before it starts driving, so just let's move far away from it. And at the point where it starts moving here, let's add actor hidden in game. And here the visibility is on, and the frame before visibility is off. So it only appears when it starts driving. So if I would like to take the first frame, save selected. So if I would like to take the first frame, the car isn't there, and we have only this one happening there. So we have this one for like 19 seconds. Let's jump into our camera, because I would like to do this interesting shot like passing by the columns. Transform the camera. We have 19 frames before it starts turning. And let's move it a little bit closer. Let's see what we can do. Actually, transform. We'll make like 3-4 shots here. Just like driving there. Or maybe we can even take like this one after overtaking, because we have more frames in that case. Let's move it a little bit like this. And I would like just to move the camera here, transform, and move like really close there, and transform. Add camera shakes, which we already created, camera shake small, which gives us this vibration because it's really, really fast. And add some camera shake, another one, the wobble one, which wobbles the camera a little bit. So this combination of those two camera shakes should work really nice. Like this. That's our shot number 1. I don't have the particular scenario. Basically, what you need to do is to have, you know, the, how to say, this one I don't want to be connected to anything. You have to have some sort of animatic or something for this kind of shots. But still, that is fine. Okay, so we have the car. So we have the camera. Just basically what I would like to do is just moving from there to here, following this one and go into the center of the frame where the other version of the car appears. So let's transform it first. We will work on the rotation later, and we'll have 2 seconds of this shot, so 48 frames. Here we go. And let's get here, so it will be like really, really close. Like this, probably. Transform. Yep, like this. Nice. And now we will work on rotation. So the rotation will be, so we transform that, open this. There's like rotation is separate. So we can move it here, click on rotation. Then it goes just like following this car. So I think like this is fine. Set the rotation, make it cubic right now. So we need the smooth movement. And then it should return to this one, maybe a little bit off rotation again. So like this, just like following this car. And then this one appears. We can change the focus for our camera here. And we can even make it 50 millimeters focal length. This one is too fast, so probably a little bit less, maybe a little bit down. So it just like wobbles like a real camera of the cameraman trying, you know, to maintain the car in focus. Probably we can move even like this. Rotation. Looks fine for me for this purpose, just so you understand how that works in terms of animation and so on. So we don't have like any troubles there. Just don't have a lot of time for this. Okay, shot number 3. Probably now we'll do the reverse shot from behind. So let's go from behind. See how it looks like. Yeah, somewhere from there. So let's start frame 10. Let's move it a little bit. Okay, it's already turned on this. So what I want to do here is just to pass the car like this to this side. So it will show how it turns on the blinker, move it a little bit to the side, and then this version appears. So we can move really close. And hit transform. Move a little bit further. I could have attached this one, but there is a turn of the car is turning, it's changing position, and competing with this movement will be really like tough thing to do. Okay, transform probably there. Let's make it linear. It's going faster than we need, but let's do my usual approach, which I make. So we go to the last one, to the last frame of our shot, and just like it will be already there and looking at this car. Transform. Actually, it looks really nice in this case. So we can just make the rotation here. So it just passes nearby. We can see the blinker. Let's go in there. Then we need to change the rotation. Move it like this. Make it cubic. And that should be happening later a little bit, because the rotation is too fast. So here, rotation. We'll see what we can do there. And probably right now. Okay, we need to change location at this point. So put it here, a little bit to the side, location. Rotation. let's do the tick a little bit higher, because my PC is just like having much more frames there than the car update speed. And we can change also the focus and animate the focus. So manual focal focus distance here. At this point, let's pick our car. See, everything is just like blurred out. Put this one. Good. And then from this point, that should be oh no, actually we don't need to change it. It works really well. The distance is approximately the same. I like how it's slow and then just like increases the speed. And this car is just like passing by. And with all that shake, it looks really cinematic. Shot number 4. Let's remove all of this movement. And we can make something like static camera also, like there. Just really nice, like this. Nice. Let's keep it like this way, just like super cool. Start a little bit earlier. Just 1 second, but looks really cool. Or even we can move our camera and pick this one here. Like this, probably. So they will pass the camera. Another one will do maybe some drone shot. Just like a wild guess, why not? 24 millimeters. And this one gonna be really simple. So it will just, I think this one is enough. And it will pass our cars, transform that. Let's delete the shake small, because that's not how the drone operates. And now we need to add some rotation. We'll add some roll here, so it will be like 7 degrees, and then it's just like passing by. And at this point, again, roll, and just all rotation, this thing, and here it will be just like looking down. Let's see how that works, if it is like passing by during. Let's add some roll, like negative roll now, just for our drone not to be like stable, so it like having the feeling of flying, like this, and then that passes by. And here probably let's keep it 6 or minus 5, so it will be just like still staying there. It's a nice transition which we can use. And the last shot, I already made more shots than I promised. And the last shot, I would like to do something like really special. Let's go to the very end. Let's make it 84 frames, so 2 seconds basically. And there, I would like them to reach out the light. Like right now, they are going to get out of the of this entire tunnel. So I will transform the camera. Use this one, probably even closer, 35 millimeters, not 50, just 35. Transform it here. Again, linear. And the last frame, I want it to be somewhere. Was there the light? You don't need to be there. Okay, cool. And probably reaching out to the wheel of this one. Just a nice cool shot. Transform. Here I need to add some camera shake again, small shake. And I want this also to roll a little bit. So this one, roll, -6 here. Then it goes to this point, and there it's going to be 5, like that. And with all of that wobble, maybe we can even do a little bit of, like it's looking at this one. So let's fix the rotation here, like this. Then here, at this point, it will be looking at our new car. Rotation, make it cubic. But it should keep, you know, turning a little bit. So for this one, let's move it right here just a tiny bit. So we'll have this continuous movement. And then it will be just approaching our wheel. Maybe this one even not needed. And right now I'll pick our directional light and add it also to the sequencer and add transform. So because it's like really dark there, and to be honest, like it's not something we would like to. So let's put it transform because it's reaching the end of the tunnel. Let's use transform, and by using the Control L, let's make it like here and place this like that. So we'll have this nice light, and hit transform button, and let's change the intensity. So that will be 10, and probably at some point, or I think we can even go higher in the very beginning, because I don't want to be like, you know, making it, I want to blow out the sky. Maybe this one is too much. Let's check 50, and I want this direction light to have like source angle and soft angle like bigger. Okay, transform intensity and transform the position, and at this point we can even like change the position of our sun like that even more. Where did you go? Come back here. Transform there the sun, and maybe increase the intensity to 100, so just to blow it out. Maybe even more. I'm just curious. How far can I go? Oh yeah, that's one. So I don't want to see, you know, all of that, what is happening outside of the frame. So we don't see where the cars are actually going out. So like this. And if we change the scalability to cinematic, better shadows, and the focal length, we also need to change the focal length. So here, manual focus distance, it's close enough. Then we need to change the focal distance at this point to focus on our car. Okay, here, place it. So it will be changing focus. And just driving out into the open sky, open sun. Let's quickly check the focus in our other scenes. So this one, I think we don't need the focus. Should be 600 or something like that, so we can have it in the scene. Okay. This one, we can actually move this camera here. I just thought of that. Just like can make the control, like the counter move, transform, linear, maybe a little bit further away. So like this. I really like it out of focus, and we'll just to have the speed faster, you know, to have the faster feeling for this movement. transform that. And let's see. Here we need to change the rotation. Rotation. Make it cubic. Like, and here make it cubic too, so it will be fast. Just I know it's quite insane, not real, but it's just like a good feeling shot to feel the scene. And you know what? My favorite type of shot, which I forgot to do. Let's just make it, because I just really wanted to make it. So 48. Attach our camera to our GT3 version. Doesn't matter what we attach right now here. Pick the camera mount, properties, camera mount. Right, okay. Let's get over there. Transform. So this is actually a rule of thumb. When you are attaching the camera to the car, it should never travel with the same speed of the car, because you need to understand that the camera is like the different object attached to a different vehicle and maybe to a different crane. So even if you are doing this sort of shot, you need to move your camera in the end of the shot to different place. Just replace it here, position it here, just move the camera, otherwise it just like feels static and not pleasing. So we can make it like that, and we can see that this car is overtaking both of the cars, the camera car and our Porsche. So like that. So you can see how much better it is in that case. My God, I created so many shots. The last one, I promise, that's the last one. I really want this one to be like really cool. Transform. Then it goes to the last one. It will be focusing on our wheel. And I want to come it closer faster and then continue slower. So like that. Transform. So it will have this nice dynamic. Just like zoom, and then it goes slower. Like crash zoom, but inside of the camera. Maybe a little bit slower. And just for the sake of it, why not? Why not, right? So in this particular frame, we can actually add this actor to the sequencer, like, and do some addition, but never add any transform or something else. It should be kept in here. Just if we would like to add the brake temperature here, I just like for nothing. It just doesn't matter. It just like for our playground right now. And then it's just like here, and there it stops to be hot. So we'll go like this. Just like this cool shot is just like for the cool shot. It doesn't have any like meaning or something. It's just like for the sake of it, because we can. That's the reason. Just because we can. And let's add some roll here. So I will, in the rotation, I will just delete this roll here. I will add some roll there, like would be -5, for example. And here that would be 15, just like, so it just rolls in. And that's it. So it's just like, for the sake of the shot, it's nothing, like for no meaning for that. Just that's it. And now we can save all, Control Shift S, and next we'll go to we'll jump to our different dark scene which we created before, and we'll also go to sequences, create new folder like garage or whatever that would be called, and here we'll just create couple shots, just couple. So ls garage shot 001. Yes, sorry, just let's move that one, create the camera inside again, squeeze factor 2, sensor size by 1.5. Sorry for being so like fast about that one. So let's get our camera actor, focal length, and let's focus. Let's create a couple of just like interesting shots here. So let's just transform, easy one, linear as always. I say they should be linear, 24 FPS, like 2 seconds will be fine, 50 frames, whatever. Transform in different location, move it a little bit like that. I think this one is cool. So transform here, and we have like smooth shot. Maybe it's too fast. Move this out and move this out too, and you will have the smooth panning shot like that. Let's add our camera shake wobble. Let's see how it works. Too much. I don't like this one. So I will just create quickly a camera shake, duplicate this one, wobble slow, change the values for the shake. So I don't want any yaw here. So yaw is 0. Pitch a little bit and maybe a little bit of roll. I will just keep those ones. Those are really nice. Should be smooth. So we go there and add camera shake, slow, wobble slow, and see how it looks like. Still too fast. It feels like it's, you know, stepped by. So frequency 1, and on the pitch amplitude 0.5 is actually fine. Let's see how it looks like right now. I think we can change the overall frequency multiplier by 0.7 approximately. So the speed will be just like slower. I still find it fast. I just need this small like dolly movement with this, a little bit of shake, maybe even slower, 0.3. Rotation frequency, let's see. Yes, like that. Now, in our sequence shots in the garage, let's duplicate this shot and create the new one. Delete all these keyframes. We can play around with other different angles, like with the focal length. What I find good, you can just transform it. This one we don't need the shake, because this one will be a crane movement. Go to the very end, go down like this, and just like focus on the wheel. Transform. Let's see how it looks like. Really cool. But again, too fast. I'll move it around a little bit to make it slower. Nice, and let's focus on the wheel, on the logo. As you can see, we have the second car standing there. So let's play around with this one. So basically, this is the composition and the shots which you are just like supposed to make, basically like this, for example. So it's moving out from this frame. Let's hit transform button, remove those keyframes. Let's make it a little bit longer, move it to the last frame, and just like this. So it transform, and we will have like nice animation. And here actually wobble will be really nice, I think. So if we add a little bit of that, just giving it more natural look and feeling. And here we should start changing the focus, maybe even slower. So we'll have our GT3 in focus. Did I change the sensor size just to be sure? Nope. 1.5 that should be. Oh, squeeze factor 2. So we'll have all cameras across the same sensor size and the size of the picture, so it will be all the same. So in that case we need to make 50. So see this anamorphic look, just like blends in there. Shot number 2, the camera. Okay, again, sensor size by 1.5 and squeeze factor 2 and 2. Again, we need to adjust the focal length here, just like that. See, it is like anamorphic look of those, really looks nice. Okay, here we go. Also increase the focal length by 50. This one actually I want 75. I want really heavy squeeze factor here. Squeeze and sensor size. Yes, this one is multiplied. I don't know why this didn't manage to do the proper one. So we have the spoiler and like for example, we can have also here, it's going like this, or maybe on the focus on the 4. So we're just like, let's see, picking up the light. So from here, transform, linear, again 2 seconds, just like 48 frames will be enough. And just like move it a little bit to our number 4, transform, just like really easy movement. We don't need the camera shake. And let's focus here. Yes, really nice. And you can see some details, this plastic, there's some sort of dust and so on. So it really looks cool. Save this one. And just the last shot. Well, we made a huge thing. Like this. Transform. Delete this. Go to the very last frame. And just like put it like this. And let's focus on our spoiler. And let's go 1.2, so we will have really shallow depth of field. And we are focused on our spoiler there. And everything is just like blurred out. Just like this. I think this is it. And for animation, we have really nice set of shots, like some showing some parts, showing our rims. This car, I want to have a little bit of light. Remember, this light which we made is only affecting the car, so I can quickly duplicate that, rotate it here, and just give it a little bit of bounce light, so we will see the details of our car there, and like this. Okay, cool. I know there is just like some puddles, some reflections, which are like not properly art directed, but you can art direct them yourself, because this is really like time consuming. So cool, we have all the shots and they look pretty good. So now let's proceed to the next part.